everybody, it's Gypsy and welcome to On the Edge of Appalachia. Today it's Sunday morning, I think March 17th. It is St. Patrick's Day 2025. I'm hoping this weather clears up because there is a St. Patrick's Day parade that is like right in front of the flea market, and that should bring in more customers if the weather clears up. So anyways, I wanted to let you guys know I was very blessed yesterday, and I got a visit from gardening fairies. Yes, I did. I have so much to do in the yard with the garden stuff, and there's some really huge things, and I was feeling very overwhelmed, wondering how I was going to get it done. And the gardening fairies came. The gardening fairies are my darling son and daughter-in-law. They did so much yesterday for me. I'm just so excited. The first thing they did that was huge, I mean, I told my son, he asked what I need done. I said, the most important thing is I need you to get the hose out of the garage. I tried to get it the other day and I couldn't. I didn't know they were thinking like bigger than that. But anyways, I told you guys that my greenhouse, I had one of those hoop greenhouses. We got hit suddenly with bad weather, snow and stuff, and I couldn't get it down by myself, especially, and it ended up getting crushed. I mean, I could not even get back out there to sweep the snow off the roof, and it got crushed. So at first my son suggested we replace the hoops with PVC. So we were going to do that. So my son and daughter-in-law looked at it last night or yesterday, and they said it's worse than what we had originally thought. And so, and it was very reasonably priced when I bought it. They were shocked. And so they figured out the price of what it would be to replace the hoops with PVC pipe. And then, next year I would have to replace the cover anyways. That would eventually end up being more than what I paid for the original one. So we talked about it and they helped me figure out something. We decided just to tear it down, which they did for me, which was great because, especially since I'm vertically challenged, impaired, whatever, it's hard for me to reach up that high. So they took it all down. And so I am going to turn that area into more garden beds. But, I was worried about, I have this antique potting bench I bought last year that I love, and it's very heavy. I don't want to get ruined in the weather. So I was talking about it. I said, well, maybe I could get one of those canopies that I used to use for venting when I vented outdoors and put that over my my potting bench. So I started looking into that, and then I was thinking, wait a minute. Because I take those little greenhouses I have inside that I use to start my seedlings, they eventually go outside and I use them outside. So, that is the plan. That'd be nice to have something a little bigger outside that I can put my older seedlings out in another greenhouse outside. So as I'm looking at this, I thought, they have small greenhouses like what I have indoors right now, but you can walk into them. They have shelves on each side. So I looked into that. They're very reasonably priced. And I'm going to measure my potting bench, but I think my potting bench will fit inside that. And so I have this whole new setup that I'm about to do. So oh my God, they did so much. So they took care of that. And they straightened up, I kind of kept the cover over the back half of my old greenhouse to keep my potting bench and other things safe. So after they took the cover off, they just like straightened up, reorganized, and put all of my gardening supplies like it very neatly to the side so I could go through it and do what I want with those. And then my son started to build. It's not quite done yet because I told him I want frames. I want to make frames to go over my strawberry patch, and I want to staple netting to the frames and explain to him I have to be able to take them off and on easy, you know, so I can weed, feed, harvest berries, etc. I go out back and he is making the frames for the strawberry patch. You know, I have 3 of them right now, and so he is doing that. I'm gonna, you know, get the netting and put that over. I mean, they did so much. They were out there for hours because I was at the flea market. My son texted me, "What do you need done?" I said the most important thing is getting the hose out because I needed to water the other day, and I couldn't because it had got very dry. So this weekend at least they're getting water. But I was, you know, and so he goes, "Okay, well, we're on our way to the house." I said, "Okay." Well, I said, we don't have any customers here. I said, "I'm probably going to leave in a little bit." So yeah, they were there. They did more than, it just seemed like they just got so much done. So I was very, very blessed yesterday to have their help. They're going to come back when they can to finish up the frames. I'm just really excited, and I'm glad, you know, they helped me because I didn't think about it before they came over, and we talked about it yesterday about what I was going to do, because we were thinking about just replacing the whole thing, you know, getting a whole another big hoop greenhouse. But you know, I started discussing, all right, I had it last year, maybe I didn't need something so elaborate right now, etc. And I said, you know what, you guys, even though it's reasonable, it's just not worth it. Not in the area we live in, because our winters are harsh and it didn't make it through last winter. And for me to have to take it down in the fall, it is nearly impossible. And with their career, they're not always available. You know, so that would make it difficult. So these little greenhouses and the one I'm about to buy, I very easily take those down and put those up by myself. No problem. So I'm going to put my 2 little ones, my 2 little greenhouses out there, and get that one that's slightly bigger that I could walk into. So have my potting bench in there. So I think it's going to work good, and I'm going to like kind of re-landscape the area where the big greenhouse was last year. So I'm just so happy. I can't believe they did that. I mean, I can't believe it. It's just who they are, but you know, it's just so wonderful. This week, it's going to be a little harder to get outside. So, you know, we have like tomorrow, it's only going to be like in the upper 30s. Oof. Then we have a few days, 50s, 60 degrees. I don't think it's going to be as sunny and stuff. And then at the end of the week, there's another cold day around 40. So I don't know exactly what my plan is. But I was looking at the dead nettle, purple dead nettle that I want to harvest this week, which we are going to do. I think it's had a good point to do it, like probably for the next month, because I want to get them when they're fairly on the young side, because they're just better that way. When they get older, they're okay, but they're better younger. But my problem is our tenants. He likes to do the yard work. And I guess he raked out. We have a black locust tree. There's a lot of purple dead nettle under. And I went to go check it out yesterday. I guess he cleaned the area out with a rake. And a lot of the purple dead nettle got pulled up. And I was like, no! The problem is, what other people think are weeds are like they're like gold to me. They're very valuable plants. And so, I don't know, I'll have to go out and see what I can do, but we are probably going to have our first foraging video of the year this week for purple dead nettle. And we will discuss purple dead nettle, and I'll tell you what it's good for, how to use it, etc. So anyways, I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a